Anthony Smith. I'm Executive Director for Cities United, national organization working with mayors across the country. Born and raised in Louisville, but more important, born and raised in the West End. My mission and goal in life is to really make sure that our young black men and boys have the best outcomes possible. And what that really means is that we need to create opportunities for them to not just survive but thrive, but also create opportunities for them to have that second, third, fourth, and fifth chance at life to figure out what their purpose is and what their goals are in life. Absolutely. So, as the executive director for Cities United, our goal and our job is to really support mayors all across the country, really helping them think about how do they create strategies in partnership with community to make sure all of our young people are growing up in communities that are safe, healthy, and hopeful. With the ultimate goal of how do we reduce homicides of young black men and boys ages 14 and 24. Really looking at strategies to say not just keeping those young men alive, but how do we help them thrive in education, in workforce, how do we keep them out of the criminal justice system, but also how do we make sure that their communities are supportive and safe for them. And we do that all across the country, but really focusing on a couple of things we're doing here in Louisville and Lexington and also in the West End of Louisville. Is really creating opportunities and pathways for young men 22 to 26 and the civic engagement fellowships to really be the next generation of public servants, right? How do we stop warehousing our talents in our local jails, but create pathways for them to succeed? But we're also working real hard with the city and other partners around Russell, A Place of Promise. And Russell, A Place of Promise really is around how do we invest in families in the Russell neighborhood and in people in the Russell neighborhood to take advantage of this growth that we see coming. How do we help them buy houses? How do we put them on pathways to business ownership? And then also just onto better wages and all of that. So really thinking about all of that from a systems level, but also an individual approach. But all of that, in my estimation, really creates better outcomes, not just for the young men, but for their families and the communities that they live in, but also more importantly for the city. City will have better outcomes when all of us are able to participate at a high